Hello y'all, so we are back with Chasing Atlanta. So this is season 6 and I supposed to been doing this the last time, but I didn't have the time nor the energy for it. I supposed to been doing 3 episodes into one. We're going to do it with this one. So this is episodes 6, 7, and 8 all in one review. Also, if y'all notice a difference with the camera quality, which is a plus and a minus, because now y'all see every flaw on my skin or whatnot, because this camera pulls in every single pore or whatnot. I now am able to connect to my internet at the house. So I was using my regular phone, my old phone, my Samsung Galaxy A50, but now I'm using my A54. So if you notice the change of camera quality, that is why I upgraded to an A54. But anyways, now on to Chasing Atlanta. So we are, it's been a minute, y'all. It's been like a month since episode 6. So after everybody got King Kane together, the party started going with a twerkathon, honey. Go ahead, this twerking lady. Go ahead, this the twerking lady. Honey, everybody darn going twerking, honey. Leave it to the Atlanta girls to fight, and then darn gonna have a twerk fest, honey. See, then afterwards, cameras go down, and that's when Jaytwan allegedly had the crew pick the cameras back up to record the argument between him and Oliver. I mean, okay, in one sense, it's like, okay, it's reality. You want the folks to see the reality, but it's like, if you're trying to be authentic in regards to a serious moment and the cameras was not up, that could have just been something left off camera. Just my personal opinion on that. So I can see how that can come off as a little bit tacky, a little bit uncouth, to say the least. But it happened. Meanwhile, Willa in Berlin is posing sexy in the background. In the background. In the background. I swear, all the girls are just darn going extra with this episode, honey. They fighting and they freaking, honey. But they look sexy while doing it, honey. So we got Will and darn on Berlin posing sexy in the background. And I got to keep reminding myself, like, ooh, Willa's off limits. See, that's what I hate about fucking Atlanta. Everybody knows each other. And then, you know, it seems awkward as hell to try to go behind somebody that you know has a connection to some people that you can't darn gonna touch. So, well, I just got to look at you from afar, girl. I don't think Willa's into the girls like that anyways. But, you know, I am handsome outside this makeup. So, I don't know. Y'all, what y'all think about me? Okay, no, second thought. Like I ain't even asked that question. Thank God Willa don't watch my shit. But anyways, moving on. We didn't get darn going, who we got? We got Bella with the cameo. And for y'all that don't know who Bella is Oliver's dog. And I hate to throw some shade at Dominique, but honey, did y'all see the difference? It's like night and day. Bella is just energetic and darn going just all up in the camera. And meanwhile, every time we see Dominique dog, honey, the dog be looking over like, oh Lord, here this bitch go. She about to talk her shit. The dog always be looking like this. Just don't even crack a glimpse or anything. Don't even fake the phone for the camera. The darn gone dog be over it before the camera even start with Dominique. But honey, Bella's full of energy over there, honey. So shout out to Bella for her 2 seconds of camera time. Then we get on over to Tonka invites Tony over to see the new nose or whatnot. I'm still bittersweet on all these girls getting the surgery, honey. So we got Oliver with the BBL. Troy wants some fillers. Tonka getting now Tonka's more so health reasons, you know, the gastric bypass. And then we got Tony with the nose. Like I said, appreciate the nose that you have or whatnot. So I understand in one sense it's like, yeah, aesthetically, you know, you want a smaller nose to be more feminine and whatnot. Because genetically, you know, people who are assigned male at birth, we do have larger noses. And I got to be careful on this subject because I know I'm coming from an inadvertent place of privilege because, you know, my nose is naturally thin. So I don't know what it's like to have a large nose in the sense of it being wide. But I can say, like, once again, there's plenty of females that can pull off a wide nose, honey. You got Viola Davis, Tika Sumpter, you got Tiana Taylor, you got, who else can I name? Now, people make fun of Shawnee O'Neal. I think Shawnee O'Neal look darn on decent looking or whatnot. So it's plenty of people with wide noses or whatnots that are female that are still feminine and whatnots. And it's like, if you were going to shorten the nose, it's like you could have shortened it and still had it wide or whatnots and still had it aesthetically close to what you are naturally. Like, I just personally don't like the girls who try to go for my nose or whatnots if that's not what your nose naturally gravitate towards. Just my personal opinion, but if she likes it, I love it or whatnot. She still looks cute nonetheless. But in the words of Beyonce, honey, and the saying still applies to the girls too. I love my Negro nose with Jackson 5 nostrils. Honey, that goes for the Janets and the darn going other girls of the world before they did the child. I don't go. Never mind. Let me stop because they be my look. Janet and them come across my shit, and then I have some issues with them. Y'all be amazed how many celebrities look at my videos on the low, honey. I don't get much views, but honey, we be getting some important people that watch me. So let me be careful. So moving on from the surgery talk, we didn't get Oliver and Dominique conversing at the bakery that looks more like a small convenience store, if you ask me, honey. Which is a paid event for Oliver. And I remember when this happened on Instagram because Oliver had this good old, honey, Oliver stayed with a good old bodycon outfit or whatnot. Because I remember asking, like, damn, where you get that one from or whatnot? I need to go. Y'all know, once I get my darn on top done, honey, got DivaWuan going to be in her thought pocket era, honey. I'm going to be like Oliver. I'm going to be showing the front. Well, except y'all ain't seeing the front of this, honey. Yeah, y'all see the back, and y'all see my front is going to be the tie-ties, honey. But for Oliver, honey, she be showing the darn going her goodies in the front and the back with any type of bodysuit that she get, honey. But anyway, yeah, she in the darn going store, and I know that this took place like in June. So I was like, oh, so they filming quite late or whatnot, because see, now I was under the false impression that filming ceased at like the beginning of June or whatnot. But it's like, now we ain't even halfway through the season quite yet, and we're already in June. So that makes me believe that, you know, the cameras are going to be rolling all the way up to August. Oh, that's about to get interesting because y'all know with another somebody, you know, shit started popping off towards July and August. But we'll get to that in the subsequent reviews, honey. But meanwhile, yeah, we got Oliver at the bakery or whatnot, getting her coins. And then it's like, now King Kang, I know you had a previous relationship with Jay Twan and whatnot, so I ain't gonna be too jealous. But it's like, ain't this about a bitch? You gave the goddamn R&B singer some toys before the darn going, the sexologist. You gave the motherfucker some toys before the darn going girl, the country bama darn going YouTuber who is known for her sex toy reviews. The girl who got a degree in marketing. King Kang, I feel some type of way, boo. I feel some type of way. I'm still going to leave my email. Maybe you ain't seen the previous reviews or whatnot. So I'm going to give you some grace, but so I'm going to leave my email again for me to get my toys and stuff in the mail, boo. Darn gone Jay Twan got, honey, Jay Twan with that good old BBL booty. I'm sure he gets the real thing plenty in darn on. Hey, I'm the celibate bitch. Honey, you don't give the goddamn dildo to the motherfucker who got anaconda on call, honey. Cause you can't tell me that darn gone Jay Twan's fine ass in the A don't got darn gone anacondas on call. Meanwhile, I'm the celibate bitch. Give the celibate bitch the darn gone dildo, the darn gone check out boo. Just throwing that out there, just throwing that out there. But yeah, in addition, to the sexy theme, I'm seeing that every darn on episode is also becoming a little bit of a ballroom thing. I was like, okay, I know this is LGBT centered and shit, but Lord knows, and I expected we to talk about this with Tonka, but it's like everybody just gravitating to the ballroom, honey. Tony takes Berlin to the ballroom class, and we find out that she used to be a ballroom performer or whatnot before she transitioned and everything. Then we get darn on Tony talks about the writer's strike and not receiving residuals funds from P Valley. And this made me look at darn on Tony like, now Tony, girl, what type of residuals were you looking for? Honey, we got the A-cast done showed us they get darn on residuals for like 50 cents. Brandy is the lead actress over on P Valley. Mercedes Woodbine, Autumn, and them. They was getting residual checks for like 50 cents. So I'm trying to figure out, like, if they was getting 50 cents residuals, what the fuck was you darn gonna try? What the fuck was you gonna get? And even with the darn on deal that they struck up, I imagine that deal went from 50 cents to maybe $50. Which I would think, with you being like an extra, I can't even put you as B-cast. Because Loretta Devine and them is like the B-cast. I would put you as the tertiary cast or whatnot. You the pop in and pop out girl. So it's like if they get like residuals for $50, girl, your little your check, you might get a little piece of bubble gum out the machine or whatnot. You might get 50 cents now. What the hell 50 cents gonna do? But still, it's the principle. Still march on behalf of the people who are the lead actress and stuff. Sometimes it's the principle of the matter. But girl, I don't know what you talking about looking for a check, honey. That's just a darn opportunity for exposure at this point, honey. You ain't one of the main girls, honey. You is not Uncle Clifford, bitch. You is one of the bottom bitches, but you is not Uncle Clifford's. Okay? But anyways, moving on off of that, moving on off the P Valley. Then we get darn going Berlin relish in the fact that the dick is not working instead of, damn, I darn gonna type that out. Hold on, Berlin girl relish in the fact. Oh, okay, now I know what I meant by relishing the fact that the dick is not working. Like, I don't understand the girls who get sugar daddies and they darn gonna try to get, see, we as the girls, if you want to go that route, now I had plenty of opportunities. Even to this day, niggas try to hit me up, right? If y'all follow my Twitter, honey, every day is a damn story time with me or whatnot, honey. Because I currently got this nigga right now in Africa that's trying to come on to me real heavy. That's trying to darn on, in one sense, try to keep me up. But it's like, I'm not trying to be the housewife type. It's like, bitch, darn gonna build me up. Like, and then there's some other shit going on. Then the complexity of this motherfucker got the same goddamn name as the person that I fell in love with earlier this year. I was like, you can't make this goddamn shit up. You can't make this shit up. Or whatnot. But it's like, if I was to go for an older person or whatnot, it's like, and it's just for monetary reasons, it's like, that's a plus if the dick ain't working. It's like, why get yourself run down for somebody that ain't even darn going putting a ring on it, honey? Don't get stretched out, worn out, darn going wake up with a wet pussy, even if the cash is all right. But like, I don't understand these girls who go for these athletes and all this, that, and the third within reason. Because it's like, honey, if a motherfucker that got a net worth like a phone number hits you up, bitch, okay, I can understand. But y'all be going for these low-level, entry-level folks that make maybe like $200,000-$300,000 a year, and they tossing you a couple thousand, and they got a dick game 10 inches. You think everything is good and all. But it's like you get tossed to the side after a certain period of time. Because the difference between you getting older and them getting older is they can always pay for a youthful eye candy, but you can't get your youth back. And you can't get your whole necessarily back right either. However, you get you a nice older gentleman who just wants peaceful conversations and just a belly rub and whatnot. Because, see, this is how you really finesse the game, honey, if you're going to go that route. you go ahead and get you a good old white darn Silicon Valley type nigga. Well, not nigga, but white man or whatnot. That if you do have to do, he's 5 inches. He ain't gonna darn stretch nothing out or whatnot. So you still get to preserve your insides for your Mr. Right. And if you real smart and savvy with it, you save up in the account. Yes, let him buy you the Birkin bags and have your weave and stuff done, get your makeup and all that right. But you also save a good old cloudy day fund. So when he tries to cut you off, you already have your savings, build up your credit union, get your EIN motherfucking number. You a musician, make sure you got your darn stuff set up right, motherfucking Berlin. See, Berlin playing around on that bullshit over there. Talking about the dick. Is she worried about the dick and not worried about funds and shit too tough? It's like, bitch, you sell the motherfucking fan. Bitch, you a motherfucking artist. You darn gon' you have him put one of them poles in that house. And you darn gonna put on a good old private performer. Honey, you bitch, be the new age Tina Turner. I'll be your private dancer, your dancer for money. Bitch, you darn gonna make it right. Honey, and I'm gonna give you some free herbal tips. Honey, take him off of darn gonna cut out sugar out his diet. Make sure he is incorporating, saw palmetto in his diet. Make sure to increase his magnesium intake. What else? Make sure he's getting plenty of zinc, magnesium, decrease the usage of sugars, and get the honey pack. And I promise you, if you really craving that, you'll get that back with him. Or you can even have him put on a strap on, do a little bit of interracial crossplay, because I don't know if he's white or whatnot, but have him, strap on a black Mandingo dong or whatnot, and you can get the best of both worlds, honey. You getting the darn old rich white privilege money, but you can get the feeling of a good old long black anaconda, honey. So go ahead and recuperate stuff like that. And then you got darn King Kane with the sex. See, that's who you really should have been conversing with. King Kane's the one opening up the goddamn sex darn toys and shit. It's like, get him to darn hook your old guy up with some darn long anaconda dildos, strap it on, ride it out or whatnot, and darn role play. Get you some honey packs and everything. Change your diet up and all of that good stuff. Take him to New York and darn have him get the P shot. There is a such thing as a P shot where you can do PRP in the penis to actually keep it rised up. And I rise up. And I rise up. Honey, keep it rised up, honey. And then if you really want to get fancy, since he got the money, honey, go ahead and have him do some darn shockwave therapy down there as well. Between shockwave therapy, PRP, some LED therapy, red light therapy downstairs, trust me, and the honey pack, he will be at full attention if you also still craving the dick. But like I said, don't be focusing on the dick. That's secondary. Focus on the main goal. Get your money, bitch. Stack your own shit. Become independent. And darn gonna bounce out and get you a young, good, darn gonna fine big dick nigga that darn gonna lift you up in the air and pound you right like you darn gonna supposed to. That you can equally build up money with. You is too goddamn fine and gorgeous to be selling for an old white count for the long term. He supposed to be temporary, not darn going forever. So don't be soaking on a temporary situation. Adjust accordingly. And like I said, if you still want the dick or whatnot, use the tips that I suggested earlier. You're welcome. You just got a whole goddamn master course for free, honey. So moving on from that, moving on from Berlin. See, I done talked so long, my darn gone screen done timed out, child. Okay, then this is where we get to the powerful scene. All the girls are meeting up at the therapist. And like I said, y'all, I don't know how I'm going to handle these doggone episodes. Because each episode is taking me through the motions, bringing me back with memories and shit. We find out that Tony been single for 19 freaking years. Damn, 19 years. I was in elementary school the last time that bitch dated. Like, god damn. I thought I was doing something being over here celibate for 14 months. Now, granted, she said darn on single. That doesn't mean she ain't been getting it in, but damn, 19 fucking years. Shit, here I am 14 months in and I'm ready to go ahead and throw it back in a circle for one of them for them guys at the goddamn plant or whatnot. But shit. 19. Oh God. Child, that's worse than 12 years of slave, 19 years of dick deprived. Ah damn. Now once again, she just said she was being single for 19 years. That don't mean she don't get it in. Then we get Berlin wasn't originally attracted to her body early in her transition. Then she felt guys only fetishize her or whatnot. Girl, that's what I'm going through right now. Honey, it's something about us as black girls where we get... Honey, I told y'all, if y'all watch me outside of my chasing reviews, y'all talk... I work at the plant, right? And with me being the girl that I am, I'm very androgynistic, as you can tell. I'm very early on. My titties are very small. They're a 32A cup. So I'm feminine in certain aspects, but then I also is still masculine because I throw meat on the line and I do a lot of physical stuff. So I got muscles and everything, but I'm still feminine. So I be attracting a little bit of everything up in the plant. But when it comes to guys, I be having the guys be taking pictures and shit unwarranted. Don't ask a girl, just be darn gonna hold. And then don't even try to hide the shit. They darn gonna have the camera flash. Oh, baby, when the cameras flash. I was like, what the fuck? I'm just sitting eating my goddamn dinner in the cafeteria one day, and the motherfucking camera just flashed. And it's like, for a split second, I said, okay, maybe he was taking a picture of himself. And then I was like, Diva, wait a minute. Woo! Honey, I was like, no, bitch. When you take a selfie of your damn self, the camera flash is supposed to be from the front. It don't supposed to be from the back. When you taking when that light flash from the back, that back camera is activated. Oh, when I tell y'all, a motherfucker was heated. And I wasn't heated in the sexual way either, because it's like, honey, 60% of them mugs that be darn gonna try me at the plant, I don't want no parts of them. But yeah, we do get over fetishized or whatnot. And then there's the insecurities for me. It's the fact that, you know, now my hair is finally gone, but I still dealing with a little bit of texture on my skin. I'm going to give y'all a close up. I'm going to be personal. I still got a little bit of texture that I deal with up in this area. And then I got the worry about getting clocked with the Adam's apple. Although my neck is starting to shift a little bit where my Adam's apple is not as noticeable, but still I want to get the trailer shaved. And then, like I said, I don't got the girls done. They a 32A cup. The bottom area I'm blessed, but up here it's like there's a whole lot of work to get done. So I definitely relate to the insecurities. But it's like, once again, it's transitioning for a reason, Berlin. Don't get caught up with that Atlanta bullshit where it's like everybody supposed to be looking like Tokyo styles and Japanese faces and T.S. Madison's, honey. Even they ass started from the beginning. Now, granted, some of them started as some goddamn handsome, sexy ass motherfuckers. Because, honey, I remember what Tokyo used to look like, honey. When I tell you that Tokyo could have fucked... I'll tell you, back when darn on Mia, a.k.a. Tokyo, was Tokyo... Child, when I tell you that mug could have darn gone took me to Pound Town and everything else, honey. But some of the girls started out more so thin and like, you know, what you probably was like, if you look at Japanese Faces, who is Tokyo's best friend, honey, she started out as a little old petite darn on thing, honey. She ain't had no ass, no boobs or nothing. And look at her now. She's now at ballrooms winning 20 grand prizes. Once again, it took years to build up to that. So don't feel like, you know, it's just because it ain't happened for you in 1, 2, 3, or even 7 years, 7+ years, that, you know, you should feel insecure. Because once again, it's transitioning for a reason. Some people's transition takes longer than others. It's the part of the going through the metamorphosis of getting to who you supposed to be. And you're always who you are. You just fully enhancing the outside to aesthetically match the inside of who you are. So your girl, don't soak on that or whatnot. Then we got what else we have? Oh, I already talked about the sex tips and stuff, so we're going to bypass that. What else? We learned about 7 navigating through intimacy as a girl with HIV. Now that's a whole new twist, because it's like the girls already get stereotyped as being written with the darn going house in Virginia, and then you got a girl that actually is that, but you know, she got it before officially being 7. She got it as Drew Friday, so the nuances of that, you know, femme gay with the house in Virginia. Now, you know, trans girl, but she's the oldest of the group, but simultaneously she's the youngest as far as her, because she's behind me. I'm like, because I started in May and she started in July of last year, so, and this is now taking place in June, so she's not even a year into the transition yet at the time of this taking place, because this is being filmed in June. She started in July of last year, so she's 11 months in at the point. And girl, you look already more better than me. Like I said, the bitch must be taking the goddamn shots or what's not. Because it's like her doggone booze or perky and shit or whatnot. And it's like, meanwhile, my shit almost still look like abs or whatnot. I just got a whole lot of areola. That's it with me. But once again, it affects everybody differently, honey. And everybody got their time or whatnots. But yeah, she talks about going through the intimacy or whatnot. She did talk about that she gets the shot every 2.5 months as opposed to taking the pill every day. So I was right. That bitch takes y'all thought I was darn on joking and reaching with that shit. As a girl who takes the pills every day, I know when the bitch is on the shots. But it's like, I don't like needles. I don't like to go through that process and all that hitting you at once. Because y'all seen in real time, because y'all do my vlogs daily. Y'all seen the emotional roller coaster I be going through just with my regular stuff. So I can't imagine getting all that heavy dosage at one time and not having a support system. Because basically I'm all alone. I don't have nobody to reach out to with this. So 7 is lucky to still have a support group of sorts. Even though she didn't necessarily have it from the girls that she really wanted to, she felt like she didn't get it from Kendra, because Kendra's focusing on her. She trying to find a distinguishedness between T.S. Kendra and Kendra. Then we had Willa going through her stuff with losing D. So they was all going through personal stuff, and they didn't have time to take out the guide 7 in the transition. And then, of course, Tony is brand new onto the scene. So 7 felt like she had to go through it alone. Which, there's some nuance to that, because she's a drag queen performer that also has performers that are of the trans community. So it was like, you're not really alone. You just had some of your girls that you would prefer not there, but you still had a support system in a way. And then it's like, you blessed to have 2 mamas, so there's some relatability there, that you have 2 queer parents that is there in support of you. You still got your butch queen friends or whatnot, so you got to count the blessings in that regard. And then take it as, yeah, it would have been good if Kendra and them could have gave you some guidance, but you also got to give them some leeway that they was going through some real serious stuff of their own, and they couldn't take the time to focus on somebody else without getting their own selves right first. So, unfortunate, but that is what it is on that. Then we get Tony discussing about the dynamics about being a plus size trans woman or whatnot. Then we find out Kendra came out at 13. She is now 38. So it's safe to say she's the eldest of the group, because I want to say 7 is like 36, 37. Willa is 31. No, I want to say Tony's maybe the oldest. I want to say Tony's 40. Kendra's like 38. Then we got Seven is like 36, 37. And Willa is ironically the baby. Even though she act like the more mature auntie. Now, Willa wasn't in attendance of this meeting or whatnot. So all the other girls were. But yeah, Willa is ironically the youngest, even though she's the one that gives the auntie vibes. So yeah, we got that. And that's basically how episode 6 ended. Is with them discussing the dynamics of all of their situations. Like I said, very powerful episode. I didn't even know how I was going to do my take on the review without breaking down. Because like I said, nearly every episode has been a tear-jerking moment. It's always been one episode that, you know, just gets a girl doggone teary-eyed. But anyways, now on to season 6, episode 7. We get Berlin discusses with Kendra about Wayne leaving her at the airport. Surprisingly, Kendra is being, what's the word I'm looking for? She's not automatically siding with Berlin. She's erring on the side of caution and thinking about both sides of the story in regards to that, or whatnot. So she's just, once again, focusing on her, and she's trying to be in the peacemaking mood or whatnot. Understandable. Then we get damn, I'm talking about Rico and Tonka on We Are You Radio. I tried my best, Sophia. I tried. But I remember this. Now, it's amazing how much of this, like, this is the most interactive season I've had with Darn Chasing, and I didn't even know it. Like, there were so many moments that I was seeing and witnessing these types of events in real time. And then I didn't even know that none of this shit was being filmed or whatnot. Because I remember when Rico and Tonka was on We Are You Radio, I was on that live stream for the entire hour that they was on the live streams or whatnot. So shout out to them on We Are You Radio. Then we get Rico's song. Matter of fact, let me pull it up real quick. Let me go ahead and do a voice. Let me see if I can darn channel the song real quick. Okay, now Rico, no darn gonna flag me for this.
Experiences with people that I've dated, because it seems that
hold on, here we go.
A bad beat became a bad beat. Everybody wanted to circle back around.
Want a bad bitch bad. Never have a bad bitch home. You want a bad bitch home. Bad bitch wrong. Want a bad bitch bad. Never did a bad bitch wrong. Say want a bad bitch bad. But motherfucker, you did a bad bitch wrong. Honey, when I tell you, that's my doggone jam on the low. I wish I could get that as the doggone ring. But see, I got to keep in mind that bitch work at the plant. I'm already doggone a head turner as it is. Can y'all imagine if my phone go on and then it's like, oh, what a bad bitch bad. When you hit a bad bitch on. How you gonna say you want a bad bitch bad when you did a bad bitch wrong? Honey, I tell you, that could be one of my ratchet songs that I would have as my ringtone if I didn't work at the plant. Between that and Beyonce's latest single, My House, honey, got 32K on my belly ring. Ow! Oh, she's a real one. Oh, honey, between My House, darn Rico, and then she got the darn I blame me. I blame myself. I blame myself. I blame me. Oh, I blame. Y'all, I ain't warmed up, y'all. I'm about to fuck up the damn song with the vocals, honey. But yeah, between that and Lord knows, honey, Rico, I'm here for it. Oh, Blame Me, y'all, does come out December 20th. So y'all make sure y'all get y'all pre-orders and stuff in. Get your pre-orders in. Now, speaking of pre-orders, honey, shout out to none other than Rico with a K, honey. Rico Suave, Rico Suave. Honey, darn Rico done finally came out. The other one, honey, done came out with the album, honey. Dropped it a day before his favorite artist, darn album. On his birthday, nonetheless. Rico's birthday is on the 7th of December. Sagittarius. He blew my mind. But anyways, yeah, Rico dropped his stuff on the 7th. And then you got darn on Nicki Minaj with Pink Friday 2 on the 8th. Then you got darn on Rico Cassadine with I Blame Me on the 20th. So, honey, the girls is giving us some goddamn musical gifts at the end of the goddamn year, and I'm here for it, honey. Shout out to everybody, honey. Also, Rico also got merchandise as well. Both of the Ricos. Rico Cassadine got the shoes. Unfortunately, I can't support him on that because he don't got none for the big darn foot training girls. So I can't support you, Rico. I can't squeeze my darn Wendell Orthithal Bartholomew Williams having foot inside a size 10 women's shoe. But he does got the shirts and stuff as well. He got the men's shoes or whatnot. I might look into the men Italian shoes. Then we got Rico with a K. Got the shirts and hoodies. I think I purchased a hoodie on his site. It was in a hoodie or a shirt or whatnot. But I'll find out in 2 weeks. Well, actually, I could find out right now in my emails, but I don't feel like searching for it. But that was my little way of supporting because I couldn't find a way to download the album to save my life. And I wanted to support in any sort of way. So I said, well, fuck it. Let me go ahead and buy a hoodie instead. Because you never can have too many hoodies at my job. Because like I said, I work at a plant. The temperature can get down to as low as 20 degrees. So I was like, honey, let me go ahead and get me. And the bitch is always the talk of the motherfucking. Honey, so shout out to darn on Top Talk. Because the bitch is the top talk of the goddamn plant. So I thought the shirt was very befitting. I said, shit, let me go ahead and get this shit. Since a motherfucker's always the darn on topic of conversation up in this motherfucking plant. Honey, let me go ahead and walk up in here and be like, yeah, bitch, I'm the top talk, motherfuckers. So thank you, Rico, in advance for my darn hoodie or shirt that's arriving in the next 2 weeks. So that's all the shout outs, y'all. Then we get to an emotional part where it's a shame that Rico does feel like he has to work 12x harder. You know, 12 is my favorite number, y'all. I was born on the 12th. Capricorn gang gang. But anyways, neither here nor there. He feels like he has to work 12 times as harder just to get accepted versus when he goes to places like New York and stuff, he's more generally accepted versus in his hometown. In my hometown, in my hometown, in my hometown. Yeah, that is very unfortunate because it's like, that is a double standard that the gays face or whatnot, especially Atlanta being a very transient, no pun intended, boom, boom. I let y'all look up what transient mean, but not in the sense of the, but that's a double entendre as well because a lot of trans girls do become transients of darn Atlanta because Atlanta is like the gay black mecca, the queer safe haven of sorts for us and the entrepreneur capital for a lot of us as far as business opportunities, especially if you're in the business, beautician industry, if you're a modeling, dancer, actor, you name it. Honey, darn Atlanta got it for you. But yeah, it's a shame that when it comes to the folks that are born and raised there that are queer, they got to work harder amongst all the sea of transients. Versus, there's a general respect for hetero artists that are born and raised there. Like you got the Candy Burris, I think she was born in, was she born in the A? I think she was born in the A, or she was born in Athens. I know that was a whole scandal on they Real Housewives where people was born in Athens instead of Atlanta, but bitch, it's still Georgia. So you got Candy Burris, Tiny, from Atlanta. You got T.I., rest in peace, Shorty Low. I got the keys. I got the keys. Honey, I jammed to some Shorty Low. I want to say, Young Jock might be from the A as well. Oh boy, loving hip hop with the dreads. that's married to the Rivera chick. Mother Deb's son. Waka Flocka. Black and yellow, black and yellow. So it's like you got a lot of darn on Atlanta up in there. Chloe and Holly Bailey. And surprisingly, a lot of people don't know this because she was raised up underneath Beyonce in H-Town. But Kelly Rowland is actually born and raised partially in Atlanta, Georgia, up until like the age of 10. So she's a Georgia peach by heart as well. So you got a whole lot of talent that comes out of the A or whatnot. And they are generally well respected. But when it comes to the career artists, and stuff that's from the A, they don't get that same reciprocity, and that is very unfortunate. Then we get Tony with this hair. It's very bittersweet, bittersweet. Cause honey, that red hair is sickening. That red hair is, honey, it's laid. The dark roots going into the fire engine red. But honey, she missed it with that pink. It's like, girl, number one, you already, now you know you're a plus size chick. So you got, you know that certain stat, you know that's going to draw emphasis to the face and whatnot. Number two, it was given too much helmet, whatnots. And I'm just saying this as a girl who's a fellow T-girl, who's a beautician. I'm trying to put you up on game, Tony. So don't feel like I'm taking no shots at you. But just my personal beautician advice as a fellow brown skinned sister, because you dark too. We ain't necessarily chocolate. However, we ain't Willa's complexion to be pulling off that goddamn pink hair without having a little bit darker roots. Now, you didn't have to have it as a black root. What you could have did as a darker skinned sister, what you should have did was, it should have been like a deeper, you could have did like a deeper dark fuchsia pink at the roots, and then transition it out to the lilac-y in combination of bubblegum pinks. And matter of fact, that different tones of pinks would have added dimension and movement to the hair, so it wouldn't have looked so one tone and flat. Because when you do one solid color all throughout, it looked like it was that same color pink from the roots to the ends, with a little bit of hot root of blonde throughout, which I can't stand that look either. Nicki Minaj does that shit all the fucking time, and I can't stand that shit on her. And her worst mistake was when she darn gonna let Deep Face Honey go as her darn gonna stylist. But anyways, yeah. And then darn going, she had, I think Tay doing her darn going hair at one time too, and then she done pissed Tay off, and then done pissed Tokyo off. And then, anyways, that's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah, Tony. Yeah, girl, get rid of that darn on one-dimensional look. Get you some darkened roots at the end, or whatnot. Deeper fuchsia pink. Transition it out to different tones of lilac. Especially since you want to play with pastels and stuff. Mix it up, especially as a warmer tone sister. We got to be real careful not to go too light with the colors, because that can really wash the skin out and whatnot if we're not a naturally cool tone, undertone type of skin. So yeah, if you want to have a combination of cools in there, that's good, but break it up with some warmth. Add that fuchsia in there. Add that pop of, you know, different tones of bubblegum pinks and lilac pinks and stuff, and create movement to the hair. Also, I would have preferred a little bit of extra fullness for you. Like, you could have got away with like an extra bundle or something up in the hair. Add a little bit of more fullness to it look. And you would have still had a good fierce spot, but it was a little bit too flat and flimsy for me. And then, like I said, it was flat, flimsy, and looking like a helmet all at the same damn time. And it's like, bitch, you too fabulous, and you a legendary goddamn queen. I know you know enough goddamn people in the A that could have darn gonna got you together. That darn on pink hair was a hell to the motherfucker no. The red hair is a motherfucking hell yes, bitch. Moving on. Then we get Oliver did a photo shoot with Tony, with Dominique in attendance, or whatnot. Then we get over to everybody got a podcast now. But it makes sense for King Kane to have a podcast. King Kane was doing the YouTube, doing the reviews and shit for the long. It's pretty much similar to Oliver. So I can understand the podcast right with him. But honey, other folk, it's like every time I look up, everybody got a podcast. And it's like, why? Why? And then, oh Lord, my sis gonna hate me for this. Even when we seen the Re-RU radio performance, Rico and darn on Tonka wanted to have a podcast. And I'm like, now why y'all two goddamn tons of no shame, but it's like, now why y'all two tons of motherfucking fun want to have a goddamn podcast? It's like, bitch, we already see y'all on Instagram. Oh, they gonna cuss me out for that shit. Well, seriously, it's like, why y'all need a motherfucking podcast and we see y'all daily on the damn Instagram? And it's like, when is y'all two gonna have the time to do a podcast? Y'all motherfuckers are the most multi-hyphenate darn on individuals in the A. It's like, and I respect and admire the fuck out of y'all too for that. Tonka, you is a legendary queen in more ways than one. A legendary bitch that's been on Legendary. Clap the double entendre darn going flowers on that. You is somebody that does the runway modeling and all of these things. You're now getting into rapping, honey. Boom, 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 boom. Runway, not run away. Runway, not run away. Woo! Honey, we got you with your new song that you dropped on We-RU Radio. We got darn gone Rico with his endless hits after hits after hits, honey. I blame me. And why you want a bad bitch bad? Why you want to do a bad bitch wrong? How you going to say you want a bad bitch bad when you was the one that did a bad bitch wrong? Honey, you got your music. You got well, unfortunately, you got kicked out of your own goddamn show or whatnot. But you can create another baby, honey. There's plenty of talent in the A for you to latch on to. I can see you still creating another baby out of whatnot. So I can see you picking up your directorial hats and doing your own thing on that. So you still got directing opportunities, you got modeling opportunities, you got music opportunities, you got your restaurant, you got you working at or whatnot. You got residuals from music, you do songwriting. It's like, bitch, you got more goddamn jobs than motherfucking Michael Strahan. You got more motherfucking jobs than goddamn Dick Cannon, aka Nick Cannon. You do not need not nail another job, Rico. So they're going to take that time to go ahead and do some self-reflections and possibly get back out in the dating world when the time is right. Don't let that situation darn going to deter you. And once again, I don't want to hear it, bitch. You said that it's over and no third time's the charm. This was your second situation, honey, third time's the motherfucking charm. So go into it with that notion. So moving off of darn on that, with the podcast. King Kang has 2 girls, cisgender women, with his podcast, and it was cute or whatnot. Then we get, what else we have? We get Willa doing styling Seven's hair. And honey, shout out to darn going Seven with this good old grade of medium high density kinky darn going curly hair, honey. Let your soul glow, honey. Honey, the darn on hair was just crowning glory, honey. Got old nasty piece of good old sew in or whatnot. So shout out to the Willa showing off her little cosmetology skills down to the apartment. Then we get over to, let me see. Oh, they did have a personal moment real quick where Willa mentioned about her grandmother being accepting of her versus Seven feels like hers wasn't. I didn't have to go through that because y'all know mine's passed away in 2009. And then my great-grandmother, the same week that I buried my grandmother, she got admitted into the retirement home because of late stage Alzheimer's. So I ain't really get both of their opinions on me coming, because I didn't come out until I was 18. And my grandma passed at 16, and my great grandmother was in the far stages of Alzheimer's at that point. But since then, you know, I've dealt with the issues from other family members, and I keep my distance or whatnot. Y'all know I'm a bitch where went through so much, I just don't actually give a fuck. So my dynamic is different. I'm not actually seeking the validation. Then both of them talked about the absentee darn on father issues or whatnot. So I relate to that one. And y'all know I did a whole video on that because I felt some type of way. Because I was like, okay, I can see if my father was in jail or something. But my father is like a documented millionaire. It's like you own over 30 properties. You own a half a dozen businesses. You retired from the postal service. You did the postal service just to get out the house because you were retired darn on a professional race car driver. It's like you got so many different houses where you was giving away houses to all your other children, your illegitimate children, because you was never married to any of the darn on women that my other siblings had, who I have never met to this day. So it's like I got like 7 siblings plus on my paternal side that I don't know nothing about, but I do know that they are all well off and kept off and everything else. Meanwhile, y'all seen my struggle. So hell, I'm still building myself up. So I definitely can relate to, the ain't shit fathers. Even when the fathers got darn on money, they can be darn on millionaires and still can be a ain't shit type of motherfucking nigga. So that goes to show, even when motherfuckers have money, they still do trifling nigga shit. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But we all 3 of us still came out fabulous in our own way. So, honey, fuck them motherfucking niggas. Then we get darn going, what else do we have? Oliver whooping Troy's behind, little cute fun scene in the golf or whatnot. Gave us flashback to the last time when they was golfing. It was not peaceful and copacetic. They was darn gonna go at it. This time, it was a good old fun time amongst them. Rico meets up with Tay G, performing in the studio. Rico is getting a gut feeling about, stuff ain't feeling right. Ugh. And we all know how that ended up. Like I said, 3rd time's a charm, Rico. 3rd time's a charm. Tay G mentioned not trying to get locked down. He's been in a previous engagement. Did not go too well, so he's trying to really take his time on this one. And he's in an open... I'm about to bring it real quick. I don't understand with my 2 darn on folks. And I'm about to go on ahead and snatch somebody else up in this as well. Because it's like between y'all two are different personalities, but y'all are both strong-willed and strong-minded. I do not know how y'all went for this shit right here. Rico, your ass with this darn going along with a man's darn on thoughts and shit for an open relationship just for the sake of love and whatnot. And then we got another person. I ain't going to mention his name. He knows who he is. Your ass is over there in an open darn on. And I didn't expect that. I was like, oh, not darn on little old from small Louisiana town, Southern Christian values, Bible raising, classy man. Down there, darn going in an open situation with y'all. When I seen that shit of them 2 or whatnots, it's like that shit hurt my damn nerves. Cause I was like, y'all 2 are motherfucking better than this shit. Both of y'all are my motherfucking inspirations and shit, and y'all out here on this bullshit. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all both goddamn fine. You drop dead gorgeous and shit in your own right. Honey, Rico, you representing for the goddamn plus size girls or whatnots. And then, our mutual darn on person is darn on representing for the darn on trade or whatnot. And it's like, y'all both on this bullshit. If y'all don't get y'all motherfucking acts together, I know something. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to go on a little mini rant real quick on these 2. Because like I said, both y'all inspire me so much. To see y'all going through this darn on dilemma and shit, it's like, why? Why? And yes, I know we ain't getting no younger or whatnot. Both them mugs are older than me. They both in their mid-30s or whatnot. But still, it ain't never too late, honey. Shit, 40's the goddamn new 20. Yeah, both y'all ain't knocked on the door of 40 yet. So if y'all don't get y'all darn on act together, talking about you feeling like y'all got to rush and settle down and shit. Okay, well, back to the darn on shit. I did see that shit don't fit to me darn on personally, honey. Because it brought back flashbacks of me almost feeling that way. But mind y'all, this was I was 19. I was going through, my cancer and stuff at the time of Crohn's disease. I fell for, and y'all heard about the story time where I contemplated the open situation of my own, the threesome or whatnot, that did not take off. Now I told y'all about the nuance to that, where before, love number 3 got with old boy that hollered at me first during our junior year, and he was with a chocolatey boy of his own, and they wanted me to be the milk chocolate. They wanted me to be the milk chocolate in between the deal. And then fast forward 6 months later, I'm trying to be the doggone in between. I'm trying to be the milk chocolate in between butterscotch and doggone deep chocolate or whatnot. A fool in love. So I understand. So I'm not just saying this from a place of just giving commentary. I understand from personal experience or whatnot. So I understand that love will make you contemplate doing some things, because I'm a monogamous girl. I'm real freaky and shit. My sex level is a 10. But I like to keep all my sexual escapades with one person at a time. I like to do all the freaky nasty things on one person at a time. And I prefer to stick with one person if I can help it. Like, I'd rather, even if it's not a relationship, I'd rather have a consistent friends with benefits versus, just fucking around freely, really nilly. That ain't my style, but, to each his own. But yeah, for these two to be like grown on this type of shit that I was darn going on at 19, it's like, if y'all two don't get y'all motherfucking acts to... But anyways, moving the fuck on. Tonka is at her job at the AHF performing her new song, honey. Boom, boom, boom. It's one way, not one away. It's one way, not one away. Woo! So shout out to darn Tonka. And shout out to AHF for allowing the girls to showcase the talent of the legendary Tonka Kazone, honey, performing her music down to the AHF or whatnot. Also, allowed us spreading awareness of the House of Virginia whatnot. So I love these little jewels that they dropping. Like, they giving us heartfelt moments, they giving us educational moments and everything else, because I peeped the darn low key marketing or whatnot. We done dropped ballroom multiple times. We done dropped awareness and everything. So, cause we had Dominique did a photo shoot for awareness. We got Tonka, who works at the AHL Foundation. And then there was, 7 discussing living as a trans girl with the house in Virginia. So we got a lot of different nuanced topics of discussing, the house in Virginia from different aspects, from girls living with it to girls who work and help advocate on behalf of people to prevent from having to live with it, or help people manage that do live with the house in Virginia or whatnot. And then we got, matter of fact, I think I got that wrong in my notes, that she takes her, I want to say it was her taking the medication every 2.5 months. I don't know if she said her hormones every 2.5 months, or that with the house in Virginia, she's so undetectable that she no longer has to take the pill. I want to say it might have been that. She still takes if she takes injections, she takes that weekly or bi-weekly. But with her, HIV medication, she takes that once every 2.5 months because her levels are so low. So I apologize for that error. It's the 2.5 months that she takes for the HIV medication, not, her hormones. Because I was like to say, damn, that shit damn lucky. I might contemplate darn going getting a shot every 2.5 months. If I ain't got to do that shit every week or every day, bitch, I might do that. But anyways, yeah, that was that. Everybody is in attendance, including Kendra. Oliver's even performing. And once again, honey, Oliver's always going to show off a good old colorful print, bitch. She stays showing off the print in the front and the back, honey. Pound cake in the front and a darn on Snickers in the darn on, a pound cake in the back and a Snickers in the front, baby. Tonka performance was darn on great. And child, why is J-Twan confessional giving me darn on him off of Powerpuff Girls, honey? Every time I see Jonathan, not Jonathan, but J-Twan on the screen or whatnot, it was giving me, it's him. And then it's like, well, hello, girl. Like, I wanted to say that shit so damn bad. And I know the clap back. I know he probably looking at this darn review, be like, bitch, you calling somebody him, and girl, you look like the cross between him and the Grinch, honey. Because it's like, I'm giving you darn use a bing one, Mr. Honey, I know. If Squidward, the Grinch, and goddamn him had a baby, bitch, this is what I'm channeling. But girl, you was channeling straight up him off the Powerpuff Girls with that goddamn red ensemble. You still look good, bitch, nonetheless. But yeah, she was darn on in her confessionals with this all red. And once again, also, the weirdest mention, like, is tacos a goddamn staple? I know this is so random, but I heard tacos, nachos, and chicken mentioned like 10 times throughout this episode. I was like, is that all that Atlanta's known for? Is chicken, tacos, and nachos? Like, shit. Y'all put me on. Now, I thought I was going to be there at the end of the year. I know y'all going to be like, well, we knew it. But see, what had happened was, I still ain't got my car yet. And my car is taking precedent first, and then my surgery second. And then we'll get to the A as far as my education. So we pushing it back. I'm pushing it back to February. February, I'm going to aim. If there are some classes scheduled in February, I go ahead and take some time out in February. Because I don't want to do it in March, because March is where I'm trying to aim to get girls done. I'm going to Charlotte to get my tatas done, and I'll talk more about that as that date comes up. And I take y'all with me as I go for my consultation and stuff. But yeah, that's the update as far as me getting out there to get my training in for laser certifications. As y'all know, I'm a medical esthetician. The only thing I'm not certified to do at this moment is laser hair removal, which is why I'm going out to the A to get thoroughly trained in laser hair removal. So yeah, outside of that, I kept hearing the darn term nachos and shit. And I was like, well, damn, let me find a good nacho place. I want to go to Slutty Vegan when I get out there. I can do without candies, darn on shit. I do want to see what the bistro is like, you know, old girl from Love and Hip Hop. This is the life, baby. Rashida and her man. Honey. I do want to go to the bistro and see what that's about. And then we get Seven was nominated at the Peaches Awards, which is a local awards for career performers. She was nominated for Best Host, Best Performer, but she did not win. But with her being so brand new, and she was compared to her more seasoned counterparts that she knows and admires, some inspired her quite a bit. She just honored to be nominated. So shout out to her for getting her nominations in, even though she did not win in either category. And then we end off with J-Twan talking with Kendra Troy in Berlin about his frustrations with Oliver. Oliver feels like he too good to be around these new bitches now. These old bitches. Honey, Oliver's on to bigger and better things, honey. She is darn gonna clean in house like Niecy Nash, honey. This is a clean house. Honey, darn going, Oliver said, bitch, honey, I deal with darn going, Rico, Tonka, Tony, and darn going, Rico, Tonka, Tony, and that's it. And maybe sometimes Troy. Everybody else is pretty much to the left. Because Oliver ain't here with the bullshit. She's on to doing different things, honey. She's on the circle chat. She's doing what else we have? Everything with T.S. Madison. She's over there featured on Married to Medicine and working with Heavenly and all the different things. She's working with Dr. Contessa. Honey, darn on Oliver's list is so long. And then there was so much. So Well, I was surprised when she dropped the income and said for the first time in her life she grossed it. And see, that goes to show that even with all that hard work, sometimes, you know, when you think people see you be busy clocking other people's money, and this is a read on myself, I'll be like, damn, I'm not where I'm supposed to be financially. I'm 30 years old. I'm starting over. Done lost my darn on steady business. I made a pig plant. I'm stacking my coins up, rebuilding myself up, trying to get a little fashion products and stuff off the ground to have a little turnkey money. Get back to doing a little bit of Ubering and stuff on the side while I also work at the plant and go through the nuances of that while stacking up for the ultimate move to get to Atlanta. Hence why I'm getting my laser certifications and networking stuff. So by the time I get out there fully in August, I can darn going already have the ball rolling, and I already have a good old nest egg saved up because I have my side monies that's making me money in my sleep. You know, my clothes and, you know, skincare products when I launched the website and stuff. So it's like I'm working on a whole lot of things behind the scenes. And I was like, well, shit, I'm nowhere near where I'm supposed to financially be. I thought by 30, I had a house, a man, and all these things. And when we look at her, I heard Oliver on his after show mention that he just got up to 75K. So the way Oliver be working, I could have sworn I thought that mug would have been like at 200-300K or whatnot. So that darn gone gives you a good old reality check that sometimes not everything glitters gold or whatnot. It's not that people put on a front or anything, because they do show their apartments and stuff like that. But sometimes we be having on rose-colored glasses and we be over analyzing certain other stuff about them, and we overlook some of the day-to-day things that, honey, these are everyday people. We are ordinary people. And that's what we love about you, Chase. Honey, the darn gone show is called Chasing, not darn gone for, well, they say fulfilled, but it ain't fulfilled quite yet because everybody's still pursuing their journeys in their own right. No matter where they at, where we got Willa's now in the apartment. Remember when she was over there shacking up with darn going, not shacking up, but she was over there darn going living with, Miss darn gone Tucker Sinclair, honey. Miss darn, I don't know why I can't think of her name. Jaya Moore. She was over there with Jaya Moore. And then she got a place. And then we got, who else? We got Oliver with her darn on part. She had to get away from old dude, the one that was cheating around or whatnot. Although old dude said Oliver was getting his darn on pieces in or whatnot and got a whole free Twitter. Honey, I don't blame Oliver. I got a free Twitter too. And I ain't telling y'all what it is. But yeah, Oliver's 75K a year. I ain't even going to drop Rico's income, but Rico a little bit lower in that, a little bit less than that facility. And then even somebody else, surprisingly, I thought they was making like upper six figures, and they're actually closer to that 75K mark as well. So now I don't feel as, you know, like I'm not quite there yet. So yeah, shout out to darn on Chasing for being so transparent and showing us all the things, like, you know, the hustle, and, you know, sometimes you can still look glamorous and look like $1 million even if you ain't quite got $1 million in the bank or whatnot. So shout out to everybody from past to darn on future, because we know that this is not it, that there is more to come, and we're probably going to see some new faces, and I am going to still be here with y'all on the journey of what else is to transpire outside of this. But right now, I am enjoying every moment outside of, you know, the crying and shit, because y'all want to sneak in some heart-wrenching moments on every episode. But I do appreciate every single last one of y'all for allowing us in y'all lives, and, you know, just showcasing everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, just letting it all out there, talking about family issues, talking about childhood traumas, and everything else. I have been relating to a lot of this darn old stuff. This has been a form of therapy for me, myself, and whatnot. So, yeah, shout out to each and every last one of y'all, even the ones who are no longer on the show, or so we thought, because we see that some folks are making appearances in upcoming episodes. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it off here, and I will be back with y'all with episode 8, because I have not even took my notes yet. It's 6:57, so I'm about to go ahead and watch the episode now and take my notes, and I'll be back. So if I'm doing this with Power Director, I do some fancy editing, and we are back, y'all. So a couple hours later, had enough time to watch season 6. Well, actually, come to find out, I done watched it earlier today. I done forgot. Had so much free time on my hands, y'all, because my roommates were gone all day, y'all. So I ain't know what the damn do. They back now, so I got to darn gonna keep it a little bit quiet. Well, at least one of them is. I heard the door open earlier. But anyways, I'm still going to get this review on out, because I did promise y'all 3 videos into one, and surprisingly, we doing good on time. Because y'all know normally my reviews used to be just as long as the episode. So me condensing 3 hours within like an hour and a half, I think that's darn gonna pretty damn good for DivaWuan, honey. Because y'all know normally this would have been like 3 hours. But anyways, we start off with Chasing Chasers. And let me say, shout out to darn going, I didn't think they knew me over there, honey. But, and maybe they still don't. Maybe it's just, you know, coincidental that, you know, they took the screenshot and I happened to be there. But, honey, DivaWuan made a little quick cameo, honey. So, shout out to darn going Chasing for giving me a little bit of quick cameo or whatnot. I was right under Nicole Ray Hair, that is, comment on Rico, but you know, unfortunately, we was on the page that day trying to motivate Rico, because Rico was going through it that week. I remember it all too well. Rico was... I'm glad Rico is now in a better space, because Lord knows at that time, honey, Rico was going through all the emotions. I remember we even had a virtual doggone cookout party, honey. I brought all the vegan dishes and shit to the goddamn virtual doggone cookout and shit, honey. Rico was going through the whole 5 stages of grief. And sadly, I was going through the same thing in a whole different damn way, child. So we both just miserable shit. I'm still trying to support my good sis virtually or whatnot. And it is what it is on that. But I'm so glad that Rico is now in a far better headspace or whatnot. But yeah, at the time, yeah, it was not a cute darn scene for none of us, honey. We were all going through it with you, Rico. But yeah, outside of that, we didn't get Jay talking with DivaWuan about the partnership deal with none other than Shein. And once again, shout out to Shein for trying to change the trajectory. Because we know Shein was known for stealing from certain companies or whatnot. So I'm glad that they are actually hiring black indie or independent darn going fashion designers to create unique, authentic designs from scratch, as opposed to, you know, copy and pasting from other folks. So once again, shout out to Shein for trying to correct their errors or whatnot. Now, if they really want to step it up, they can go ahead and start compensating some of them black darn artists that they stole, and give them some darn kickback residuals for using the likeness of their fashions. That would also be right too. We'll see if darn Shein also does that. I think that might be asking too much though, but at least they taking a little bit of a step in the right direction. Then Rico drops the news on to Jay that he's no longer with Tay. We hear about the domestic violence situation and everything. Ooh. Yeah, oh God, that is unfortunate to go through that with your first 2 relationships. I can almost see why that would almost turn you off for not wanting to try for a 3rd time. But I would say still go for the 3rd situation. Even though the first 2 didn't work out, it was over 13 months apart. 13 years apart. I still say the 3rd time for my good sis is still going to be the charm. Do not let these darn on two negative darn going situations that were not really meant for you permanently deter you from your Mr. Right that is out there for you. And I still stand by that. But unfortunately, he's no longer with, and as far as I know, he's no longer with Jay either. Now I can mention the shit since they don't mention the shit on, well, hell, we been know about the shit to fall out. So apparently, Tay was dating Jay. Y'all know Jay from my channel of me reviewing the League Battle ATL. And I reviewed the Circle Down South. No. When is the hell we going to get the Circle Down? I think we just darn going. I think the folks said they recorded the Circle Down South 3 years ago. You about as bad as goddamn G Status. And G Status just released a up-team darn going trailer. But this one looks promising. Because this one was a full 11 minutes. And they darn gone said the release date was December 20th. Ironically, the same date that darn gone Rico is dropping his album. His single, I Blame Me. I blame myself. I blame myself. So we got darn on Rico's single dropping and darn on G Status dropping all in the same day, honey. DivaWuan's gonna be doing double reviews during that weekend of December 20th. I don't even know when December 20th falls on, and I don't even got my other phone close to me to check out the date. Yeah, where is my other phone? But wherever December 20th falls on, because y'all know I work at the plant, right? And I have a very intense schedule. I work 5-6 day weeks. Now, you know, my landlord, she works at the plant as well. She said we ain't doing no more Saturdays for the rest of this year. Shit, that'll be too much like right. I think they're going to at least get us in on that Saturday before Christmas. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get us in on the 23rd. The 20th falls on a Wednesday. So yeah, I will have to do my reviews on the 23rd or Christmas Eve. Ooh, we cutting it quite close. But anyways, yeah, that is that. He was messing with fellow actor Jay from the Circle Down South, Elite Battle ATL. Once again, no, please, where the hell is the Circle Down South Part 2? Is we getting that immediately subsequent to the season finale of the Circle New York? And then I done seen somebody's stories alluding to the fact that they may or may not even be at the... I mean, that's just a mess. But back to our regular scheduled program. Let's stick to the darn going series that is least consistent. Darn going chasing the land. Let's get over to Willa. Willa came in to sign a contract with an Asian beauty supply store. Her and the bitch ended up doing a whole impromptu commercial. And let me tell you how darn going fierce Willa is. Willa did a commercial without no notes, on the spot, and darn going did a whole demonstration. Didn't have time to prep or anything. They just threw her on the spot. Bitch, now that's what you call darn on natural expertise. I was like, damn, your marketing skills is about is darn on 10 times better than darn on Troy's hosting skills. You naturally know how to darn on come up with marketing stuff off the dome or whatnot. I was like, come on through, Willa. So shout out to Willa in her newest business endeavor. She tried to come out with her hairline. It didn't quite work out. So, you know, not everybody can be the Lauren England, honey. She decided that she's better as the marketer as opposed to the entrepreneur. And sometimes it works out that way. That sometimes you're better at helping somebody else build their stuff up, and you still get to utilize your passion and expertise in the realm of being a beautician, as opposed to doing your own stuff. Not everybody is meant to be, you know, an inventor or, you know, have their own stuff. Sometimes you're meant to utilize your expertise to help build other folks up while simultaneously helping that, you know, helping get money in your own pocket. So, shout out to Willa for finding her new, I don't want to say, is it, career or whatnot. So I'm going to say her new business endeavor. Then we get over to Troy sitting down with the therapist. I swear, y'all, darn gonna chasing needs to darn gonna just add a trigger warning for Diva every episode, because goddamn, every episode there's a relatability factor with this shit. Now we find out that darn gonna Troy lost his car last year, not too long subsequent to it being broken into. He lost his valuables in the car, his gun was stolen, he lost his apartment, had to move in with his man. And I was like, well, goddamn, Troy, will you stop living my goddamn... Well, man, it's the man, y'all. We DivaWuan couldn't get the man, child. So, outside of the man troubles with Diva, y'all know I lost my car last year. Oh, God, I never forget the day. It was September 3rd. It was early in the morning. It was on the birthday of my Louisiana darn going ex-husband. September 3rd is none other than August Alcina's birthday, honey. And it was 2 o'clock in the morning. And that crackhead darn old demon that I lived with at the time, she was up high as a cooler brown. Oh, I can laugh about the shit now, but honey, at the time that shit wasn't funny. I was just over it. I was at my wit's end. I didn't have nothing to do. I was trying to find a job. I got denied from being able to go back to work at Pilgrims or whatnot. And I was like, damn, what am I going to do? I'm trying to donate blood, but everybody keep complaining about my veins are small. Now, since I worked at this plant, honey, my veins are darn gonna pop it now. Honey, they'll love to darn gonna stick me down, honey. But at the time, my veins were non-existent. Thanks to my late grandmother, I genetically have small veins and whatnot. So I was behind on the car payment. I only needed like $700 to keep the darn on folks from darn gonna snatch my shit up. Honey, they came in the heat of the night. Honey, that crackhead darn gonna knock on my door talking about, wow, they taking your car. I was like, bitch, if you don't get your goddamn high ass out of here. She was like, the folks are outside, they dragging your car. I look outside that door. Honey, it was already out the doggone driveway and down the street. I just said, well, shit, it is what it is. Goddamn. And that's when I lost my car. I lost my car on September 3rd. I managed to get it in, though. I was like, well, damn, ain't this some shit. I got it in on September 2nd. And then my darn gone punishment was I lost my car on September 3rd. And I've been celibate ever since. I said, ain't this about a bitch. I done got my last darn gone piece of dick on the 2nd. Darn gone lost my car on the goddamn 3rd. Done got my darn gone shot on the 1st of the month. Because at the time, you know, the monkeypox was going around quite rampant and shit. Like, you didn't even have to have intercourse with anybody to catch the goddamn monkeypox. Honey, I was like, goddamn it, a bitch already suffered a goddamn enough. A bitch is a cancer survivor. A bitch suffered from Crohn's disease. A bitch done went through blood poisoning. A bitch done went through darn going, it's severe eczema. You name it. Bitch, I done went through it. A bitch has almost got struck by lightning. That's how bad my luck is. So it's like, goddamn it, don't put the monkeypox on me, child. I hurried up and went and got that shot. And over a year later, it's still taking some time for that darn going discoloration. Because I had a huge reaction to it where it created a huge bump and whatnot and a negative reaction with me. So September was a whole fucked up month for me. Because I ended up getting a reaction that went to my lips. My lips was busted for a month. I had to hide my lips. Y'all seen that I was concealing my darn gone face up on camera all throughout that month of September. So when Troy mentioned all that was going on, I was like, God damn it, I relate to you, baby, in more ways than one. But look at you now. You done got you over there with your boo. You're building yourself back up. You still got a platform to help market your business endeavors. So you got to take the blessings that come in the midst of the pain and turmoil. Yes, you lost it all, but you did not let it get to you. You still kept persevering through, and now you are still grinding to where you need to be. So Once again, that's why the show is called Chasing Atlanta. We don't expect for y'all to already have y'all stuff set up or whatnot. We expect for y'all to have some setbacks and stuff. And we, as the viewers and as fellow entrepreneurs and whatnot, we're here to give y'all, mental support. We're here to give y'all viewership. Y'all entertain us with giving us a look at y'all in the lives. The least we can do is we can support in any way that we can via, supporting the platform and supporting anything that y'all got going on as far as like clothes and music and stuff like that. If you're in Atlanta and Troy's hosting an event, go out and support and this, that, and the third. And that's why I always make it a point that anytime that any of these folks are like have something going on, I always make it a point to support in any way that I can. Whether it's a Cash App or purchasing merchandise, supporting with music or anything of the sort. As long as it's good, DivaWuan is behind it 100%. Because like I said, I know firsthand the experiences that a lot of y'all go through. I'm a fellow entrepreneur. I'm building myself back up from the ground up. So, honey, from one black career entrepreneur to another, honey, you got my mental support, Troy. So I'm glad things are finally going back better for you. But yeah, honey, when you talked about that car and shit, I was like, God damn it, this ain't darn gonna trigger another flashback with my ass. But back on to regular scheduled programming. We then have Jay have Willa, Troy, Dominique, and Seven at a wine tasting. And once again, here comes the multi-hypheness of darn going Jay. Jay has got the fashion designs going on. And he's still focusing on his own wine line, honey. He got the folks darn going liquored down, honey. Loaded down, tilted to the side. Well, hell, I think they far past tipsy. They said one alcohol was 17% proof. So, honey, tipsy went out the darn gone window within the first half of a sip, baby. But yeah, the cast then end up discussing the shady comment. I was like, there goes that liquid courage, honey. And you know what they say about a drunk bitch? A drunk bitch speaks a sober mind, honey. I was like, honey, darn gone Jay done got the folks darn going just licking and loaded down. Now that truth serum got everybody darn gone telling about Oliver being a shady bitch, talking about the scenery was a lot better when none of them hoes was at it. And I was like, oh God, we done got Willa activated a little bit again. Willa felt some type of way. She was like, now bitch, I just made up with your goddamn big booty Judy having ass. Now here you is darn going trying to backpedal and shit. Willa feels some type of way. Troy feels some type of way. Dominique. I was like, God damn, these are folks that I don't think they really had issues with darn going. I think the only documented issue that Oliver really has is with We Were Born, and that's it. And the irony was We Were Born was amongst the group that he said he feels better being in company with. It was We Were Born, Tonka Gaston, Tony, and I want to say it was Cameron. I mean, not Cameron. King. They mentioned Cameron's name several times throughout this episode, but he wasn't featured. We will see him next week, surprisingly. Everybody making cameos or whatnot throughout this season, but unfortunately we ain't going to see Rico from what we heard. Although I don't know at this point. Now they're going 2-3 people at this point said they wasn't going to be featured, and we done seen they're going sneak peeks of them, so we might see the good old Vietnam Puerto Rican, honey. I don't know, but right now we ain't seen none of them as of yet. But yeah, they discussing their differences with Oliver. Or more so Oliver's differences with them, because they didn't have no issues with Oliver. Seven invites everybody to her housewarming except for Wayne. But surprisingly, Dominique told her to go ahead and invite old boy to the house or whatnot. So I'm more like Seven, bitch. You ain't about to bring no negative energy and shit to my motherfucking house. I ain't even about to waste no goddamn sage on your black ass, bitch. You keep yourself outside the goddamn door. And especially that shit that you done pulled at the end, that we find out later, you darn going over there taunting darn going Kendra, done had her in the ambulance and shit. Wayne, what we gonna do with your black ass? Anyways, moving on. Then we get We Were Born. Speaking of We Were Born, honey, we got darn Jay Twan done set up a whole photo shoot in his home, whatnots, for We Were Born. I was like, come on through darn creativeness. Honey, if you can't afford the goddamn studio, honey, turn the home into a studio. If you can't afford the cost of a professional photo shoot, bitch, honey, there's enough fellow queers where we can set some shit up. Go to the goddamn Amazon, get you a green screen. Go to Lowe's, get you some flowers, and darn going get some paint and shit, and darn gonna create your own goddamn backdrop, honey. Shout out to independent artists for being darn gone creative, honey. Darn gone photo shoot came out darn gone cute and whatnot. And speaking of cute, honey, darn gone Jay Twan sitting down next to his cute best friend on Tyler, and they're discussing you know, him no longer dating Darius, you know, Jay Twan no longer dating Darius, that we seen them two interact on Oliver in the mix with Twix or whatnot. We didn't get a little bit deeper. We find out that Jay Twan's father has been in prison most of his life for murdering a queer person. The irony, considering that your firstborn son is queer, you murdered a queer person. You never really got close to him, and now the grandmother on the father's side is trying to push for a relationship, a reconciliation of sorts, subsequent to the father being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I was like, ain't that about a bitch? They always wait till they damn near on death's door to want the darn go now build a connection. Now y'all done already touched on earlier about my situation. I wish like hell mines would come out the blue on death's door. And you don't let me go through all the bullshit that I done went through. And you done gave all my siblings properties and cars and paid through their college and shit. And I had to hustle my way on up to where I'm at. And on death's door, you want the darn gonna try shit. Bitch, burn, baby, burn. Bum, bum. Honey, I wouldn't even darn gonna spit on your grave, honey. I wouldn't darn gonna piss on you if you was on fire. I know that's an old nasty southern saying, but bitch, it's true. I'm with that one with mines, but you know, if it's salvageable for you, Jay Twan, go ahead. But biasly, I wouldn't. Multiple sclerosis, honey, let every nerve in your goddamn body darn gonna hurt as much as you hurt that queer person. Times 10. Honey, I be the bitch that wrote a letter talking about what goes around comes back around. How does that scoliosis hurt my baby? Now I know. Let me get up off of darn gone Jay Twan's father, honey. That's still his father. He might have some love there for him, but honey, I don't take too kind to people who darn gone, you know, hurt folks in the career. And then you over there making darn gone threats towards your own goddamn gone child. Like, really? You didn't raise him. You was in jail all your life. You didn't send not one goddamn... You probably didn't even send a birthday card from the prison using a little bit of commissary money that you did have. You didn't even utilize any phone calls probably in that prison. And now you damn near on death's door and you want somebody to do something for you. Burn, baby, burn, you ungrateful black bastard, you. I know Jay Twan probably ain't going to say it, but I'm going to say it on his behalf, and I don't even know him. But, honey, ain't no love lost. At least I would say, bitch, it ain't no love lost, honey. Just put the double love towards the mama, honey. Mama had to be the mama and the father, honey. That can be a conversation within itself. Darn on black, queer people and absentee fathers or whatnot. And then the entitlement of the black father wanting to come back in the picture after the child is grown, and think that they're entitled to a darn on relationship just because you say so. Shit. Like I said, that can be a whole goddamn video within the motherfucker self. But moving on. Oliver has Rico meet up with psychic medium LaCara, and they touch on several different things. Some light, but important, ranging from important business decisions and life events with Oliver, with being on game shows and, you know, stuff of that sort. Then we touch on more serious natures, such as, Rico turning 35 and, the tumultuous relationship that went awry, the loss of his grandmother and everything. And Lord knows, Rico, once again, it's going to get better with time, honey. Only thing I can do is send a virtual hug through the screen or whatnot, because, see, it'd be stuff like this that gets to me, because y'all know I also suffer from clinical depression. So I had to take this darn on episode in spells or whatnot. So that's why it took me a minute to get back on the camera or whatnot. Because it's like, y'all know, it's easy for DivaWuan to spiral into a downward spiral if I'm not careful. So that's why I try to balance, these heavy subjects out with a little bit of comedy, so I don't take myself to a dark place. But yeah, Rico is, and the Ernie, I know y'all probably hear the rain in the background. Rico even mentioned that the rain reminds him of his grandmother and all of that. I'm just going to send you a good virtual hug, sister. That's the only thing I can do at this point, because it ain't even really no words that can really soothe or anything in regards to the situation. Like, when you lose somebody close like a grandmother, it's like, that is such a profound loss that, you just really can't explain or whatnot. And I know, like I said firsthand, y'all know I lost mine's, oh my God. And she died on November 17th. So, it's been exactly 14 years and like 1 month. Because she died back in 2009. And then my great-grandmother died on the 8th, so November is not a good month for me as well. So that's why y'all also been getting my reviews and stuff late, because y'all know November is always a tough month for me, because I've lost nearly everybody in the month of November. Like, November just ain't a good month for me. The whole holiday season, just throw it all away. So I had to think real careful, like, did I even want to continue doing the reviews and stuff? But then I said, with all the gems and stuff that they sprinkle in throughout the end or whatnot, I'm still going to push through or whatnot. I said we in the final home stretch, we might as well keep on pushing it on out or whatnot. If they can come up here and tell their painful life stories or whatnot, DivaWuan can, still push through and be on the ride with you and try to give the emotional support any way I can, and financial support whenever y'all drop some stuff that DivaWuan can support or whatnot. So once again, shout out to Rico Cassadine for being so transparent with everything that he's gone through or whatnot, and not letting it fully get him down to the point of just quitting. He still got all his jobs. He's out here just grinding and hustling. And we got the darn music that we're ready to listen to on the 20th. But right now, y'all can go ahead and stream a Bad Bitch Bad, honey. How you gonna do a bad bitch wrong? How you gonna do a bad bitch wrong? Woo! Honey, I'm telling you, I need to darn download that, fuck out that song. That's the one song I ain't got from Rico, is the Bad Bitch Bad. Honey, how you gonna do a bad bitch wrong when you never had a bad bitch? Ow! I'm telling you, that's my most favorite song from Rico thus far, is Bad Bitch, honey. And Blame Me is darn on a different side. Like, I'm loving this darn on popish R&B era that, Rico is taking as well. Like, exploring different sounds and, expanding the creativity of your musicality or whatnot. It's like, just to see the journey of these folks is just so amazing. And like I said, I know I done said it earlier, but still, I'm going to keep giving y'all flowers, because y'all deserve it. Like I said, just to watch y'all growth and stuff, and y'all going from y'all lows to y'all highs. Dominique revealing he was homeless and now he's back stable. Troy darn gonna having to move in with the boyfriend. Car busted in. Jay nearly dying. And y'all know I nearly had I had 2 fatal scares earlier this year, and a serious one. I wouldn't say it was fatal. The third one, I ended up having epileptic flare for the first time earlier this summer. But yeah, all of these similarities and stuff. Oh my God. Like I said, this is the most powerful, impactful season of, and most relatable season to date. Just shout out to the whole cast for being so transparent in y'all truth and yet still going through. Y'all are directly inspiring me every episode, and that's actually what's keeping me on the ride, because just seeing y'all going through it is giving me the motivation to try to keep going through with my situation and get up to a high level in my own right. So that's my little spiel on that. Back to regular schedule programming. I wasn't trying to get too deep with y'all, but anyways, we go over to, Lord, speaking of deep, honey, we get darn going, Berlin still darn gonna talking about this darn gonna stressing over the, and now girl, I done gave you the advice over what to do with limp darn gonna shrimp, honey. Go ahead and get some salt, pimento, some darn going magnesium, zinc in his diet, the PRP shot. Hell, if he got enough money, the darn gonna give you a monthly salary that's more than what you currently making at that job that you keep complaining about, that the girls are complaining about you and whatnot's being clockable and all this, that, and the third. It's like, fuck them motherfuckers. Honey, I deal with that shit every goddamn day at my motherfucking job or whatnot. So it's like, bitch, we in a goddamn port plan. What the fuck me with who I am got to do with you? And you working as a waitress or whatnot. What me darn gonna serve me, you got to do with the price of 10 Johnny. You ain't got to sleep with me. I got a rich count daddy darn gonna I sleep with, honey. Now he can't get it up or whatnot, but I done told y'all the remedy to that. Get your dildo and darn gonna call it a damn day, honey. But anyways, fuck a goddamn people opinion. They ain't fucking you. And hell, sometimes they be talking the most shit because they really want the darn gonna F you on the damn low, but they can't get it. Never gonna get it. Ooh, honey, think of it from that darn gone perspective, honey. That they wish they, in the words of Shirai from G Status, honey, they wanted a piece, honey. They wanted a piece on the low. So yeah, fuck them motherfuckers down to the A that want to be queer in the black darn gone queer mecca of the darn gone nation. Like, how the hell you gonna be in goddamn Atlanta and want to be goddamn transphobic? Like, the mitigated gall of some folks, honey. Now, I mean, to be transphobic, period, but in a place that's known for darn going black queer pride, like, the wannabe privilege of some motherfuckers. But yeah, she darn gone still over there stressing over limp dick, honey. Then we get darn going Jay on the date with the decent looking black guy. Not my cup of tea, but alright, yeah, I mean. And then now, Jay, how the hell your big old giant ass, you make me look short, and you want to talk about, well, he's a little bit on the shorter side. I was like, well, hell, he look taller than darn gone good Coochie Cat Cameron. Same complexion. I was like, ooh, Jay got a tight money. He's in love with the cold. I was like, honey, he in love with the cold, honey. He loves a good old deep espresso chocolate, honey. I see you, Jay, honey. Come on through with the good old a deep espresso, honey. I ain't hating. But yeah, it was dry. The sparks wasn't really there. But hell, it's the first date. You got to build up to it. It was a blind date. Y'all didn't build that connection up over time or whatnot. Sometimes it's not instant like that. See, y'all are so used to being in Atlanta and dealing with quick gratifications and satisfaction and, you know, stereotypical beauty and whatnot. So when you see somebody that's really average Joe or whatnot who has potential, you overlook the possible potential because you're so used and caught up into the beauty of the aesthetic of the fast life of Atlanta. And that's what Jay gives me. Like, it's like, old dude wasn't a 10, but the motherfucker wasn't a 2 either. I would give him a solid 6.5. He's decent. He got muscles. He got, you know, his skin is immaculate and clear or whatnot. He's well dressed and presentable. He got job and stuff going for him, so he ain't broke. He darn gone is career driven like yourself. He darn on is meticulous in his look, so he's not darn on just letting himself go and just look any sort of way. So the potential is darn on there. You just got to look past that superficial bullshit of what Atlanta puts upon y'all queer folks, thinking that everybody just got to be this super 6'6" and darn on long dick and 10 rounds in the bedroom type mantra. It's like, bitch, maybe the trade might not be for you. Get you a fella goddamn butch, because he did give me a little bit butch queen tease. Honey, get you a good mass butch, honey, and darn gonna call it a day. If this meant for you, it's meant for you. The sparks wasn't there, but that doesn't mean there wasn't no little bit of smoke, honey. Sometimes it takes some smoke to brew up to darn going catch a spark to develop into fire. So right now, y'all at the smoking stage. Second date, maybe we might get a little spark, and then it might develop a little bit of flicker of a flame. And then it might develop into a full-on fire. But you got to give it some time, honey. Don't judge it based off the first date. Like I said, he didn't do horrible. He looked all right for you. That's that on that. And then we got Tonka J, Rico, and Oliver going to the wrecking room to darn gonna release some stress, darn gonna breaking up shit, honey. I was like, honey, Siri, go ahead and play darn on Rihanna breaking dishes. I'm breaking dishes on his neck all night, all night. I'm gonna find a man. Honey, they missed the opportunity. They should have darn gonna put the Rihanna song Breaking Dishes on as the background music, honey. But yeah, that's basically how the scene ends off. We end up seeing Dominique at the end. Dominique done called the folks on Kendra. Kendra done snapped and done knocked the shit out of Wayne. And then y'all know, of course, the Kendra fashion, honey. Kendra's the only bitch I know that can knock somebody out and then play the victim. Every time I think of her, I think about season 4 when she hit that innocent man. And that man turned around and she fell the fuck out. And the man ain't even put her hands on or whatnot. But she instantly hit the ground. I'm like, oh! Now Kendra done knocked the shit out of goddamn Wayne. But the ambulance is there for her. I was like, if this ain't some black ass Karen type shit, how the hell, Kendra, you gonna knock the shit out of Wayne? But the ambulance is there for you. And granted, I know mental health is important and whatnot. Wayne, your antics can drive even the most sanest person crazy at times. But goddamn it, the irony that darn on Kendra, I can see Kendra darn gonna pop you in your mouth. And then all of a sudden the folks come and she darn gonna turn that shit on herself and done had a fating spell or whatnot. Lord Jesus. Y'all both wrong or whatnot. And I hope y'all get y'all shit together. But that's where we end off at. We see previews of next week, which is going to be real interesting. Because we see cameo appearances from none other than Good Coochie Cat Cam and none other than Voice of a Ray, honey. So that's going to be interesting to see both of them back on our screens and whatnot. Because we were under the impression that we weren't going to see neither one of them no more on the Chasing Atlanta platform or whatnot. So the fact that, you know, the cameras done made it all the way down to H-Town, honey. This is going to be interesting to see. Then we got the Meat Market event along with... Yeah, we got the Meat Marketing event. We got cameo appearances from Ike, a.k.a. Voice of a Ray, a.k.a. Trax, because since the last season, he's been on Bobby, I Love You, Purr, or whatnot. So, yeah, this episode, oh, God, I can tell y'all already it's going to be another intense doozy for Diva. I'm going to try to keep it together for episode 9. But in the meantime, y'all know what to do. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.